Alright, it's about 80 degrees out, very humid, cloudy, not a bad day. And about 6 inches down, I got an Indian head scent. It's either 1880 or 1886, I can't really tell. Gonna have to clean it up. It's a very good find though, first find of the day. Could be a good day. Alright, this was a toughie. It's about 6-7 inches down. It's worth the effort though. 1867 Indian head scent. Looks pretty toasty. At least I can read the date on it. Not bad at all, really. Pretty old. On to the next. Alright, only about 4 inches down. Got this nice old flat button. Late 1700s maybe, early 1800s. Don't see anything on the front as usual. Something on the back, a little design on the back I think. Very nice find. Alright, this is really shallow, maybe 2-3 inches down. And it's another flat button. Shank is broken off, unfortunately. Don't think there's a design on the front. A little bit of a design on the back. This thing is like really light and paper thin. Probably pretty old, 1700s. Not a bad find. On to the next. Okay, 3 or 4 inches down. Flat button number 3. Late 1700s. Still has the shank. Boy, I'm gonna roll today, I'll tell you. I don't know what the heck's going on. And I'm gonna keep digging. On to the next. It's about 75 degrees out today. Really nice day. It rained really heavy last night. So I figured I better check out the field today. It paid off. It's about 5 inches down or less. I got a large scent. That's a pretty amazing find. I can actually read 1 cent on the back. Front looks like it's facing right, I guess. Hopefully I can get a date off of this. Last one I found I couldn't get anything. This one looks a little bit better. Really good find. On to the next. Alright, 4 inches down or so, another flat button. Early 1800s, I would say. Has a back mark, so it must be early 1800s. Nothing on the front, of course. Still a good find, though. On to the next. Okay, about 4 inches down. Pretty wild find. And you get a large scent. Facing left. 1820s. 1830s maybe. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe it'll clean up okay. We'll see. On to the next. Alright, just got a large scent about a half an hour ago. Now about 5 inches down, I've got an Indian head scent. Looks to be 1905, I think. I'm not positive. I'll clean it up when I get home. It's a little toasty, but maybe I can clean it up. It's a good find anyway. I think that's my first 1900s Indian head scent. All the other ones I've found have been before 1900, which is kind of weird. Alright, on to the next. Alright, it's about 75 degrees out. It's very humid. Chance of thunderstorms here, I gotta be careful. But I'd say about 5 inches down might be an Indian head scent. It might even be a fatty Indian head scent. I don't know if it's thick enough for that. Pretty sure it's an Indian head scent though. It's pretty toasted as usual. I'll have to work on it and see if I can get a date. Let you know what it is. Alright, this was a toughie, 6-7 inches down. I got a flat button. Really neat part about it, it still has the thread attached to it, which is pretty amazing because this is from the 1700s or maybe early 1800s. Very interesting find. Pretty wild. I did nick it a little bit, unfortunately, but still a good find. Alright, about 5 inches down, we might have another large scent. If it's a large scent, it's really toasted. Could be a large scent. And the last hole I did film, I think that's an Indian head. So I got a couple of toasty coins here to work on when I get home. And we'll see what they are. On to the next. Alright, it's pretty nasty out, about 50 degrees. But we got heavy rain last night, and you know what that means. I'm on the field looking again. I got this about 3 inches down. It was on top of a rock. It's a really amazing find. It looks to be a 1773 half real. It's been holed, unfortunately, but I think it's 1773, which would be my oldest coin ever by 3 years. That's a truly amazing find at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday. Sometimes it pays to get up, I guess. On to the next. Alright, here's the wrap up. Start with the flat buttons. This is the really thin one I found with no shank. Has a wreath design on the back. Nothing on the front, but I think that's pretty old. 1770s maybe. Good find. This one may be a little bit later, 1780s, 1790s. Nothing on the front, but pretty neat. This one here, that's the one with the thread. The thread isn't attached anymore, but I did save it. Came off when I cleaned it up. Nothing special, but I do like that little piece of thread. I'll save that. Pretty cool. And we get this one. Pretty neat design on the back, actually. I think it says gold gilt or something. It's very thick, so it's probably 1820s. Maybe even 1830s. Nice find, though. This guy here says super fine on it. Kind of neat. Don't think there's anything on the front as usual. 1820s again, maybe 1830s. They're all good finds. Part 2 will be the coins. Alright, here's the Indian head cents. They're all pretty toasty, but still nice to find. This is a 1906. I found that right before I found the large cent, which actually was a King George III, but pretty toasty, but I'll take it. This one's an 1895, again, pretty toasty. This is the 1880. Toasty. Not too bad though. I like them anyway. I don't care. 1867 isn't quite as bad. A little more detail on that one. Pretty good. And this was a fatty. This is 1863, I believe. Very tough to read the date on it, but that's definitely a fatty Indian head. My first ever. Very good find. And we'll move on to the other coins in part 3. Alright, here's my best finds. 1853 large cent. Still kind of toasted. I'm going to work on it. Back isn't too bad though. Always a good find. This is an 1803 draped bust. Large cent. Very tough to read the date, and I nicked it with the digger too, unfortunately. Very good find. Even in that condition, I'm happy. That's my oldest US coin so far. And we got this teeny tiny 1773 half real. I haven't done anything with that really, just soap and water. I'm not going to mess with it, I don't think. It's my third half real. It's my oldest coin now. Really nice find. This was a big surprise. King George III, halfpenny. I have no idea on the date because the back is toasted. Only made from 1770 to 1775 though. So it could even be my oldest coin. Very thin, that's why I thought it was in really rough shape. Very nice find. Really happy with that even in that condition. So that's it for this month, guys. I'll see you next month and happy hunting.